Right, I'm going to try this again. My camera didn't record it properly last time. So here we go. This is my altered children's book journal. I bought this children's book from a charity shop. And I covered the cover with a map, an OS map that I used for my dissertation. I no longer need it, so it covers this book great. And then I've done some image transfers on here from some wrapping paper from a present that my fiance bought me, and it worked really well. One of my first attempts, so it's great. I'll probably add a title to this at some point in the future. Right, and I'm not going to start with the first page because I did the first page last. You may find yourself that sometimes the first page of a journal can be quite intimidating, so yeah, I left that till last just so that I could build up to it. This is the first page I did, and I've lightly gessoed over the children's book. You can kind of see the background here. I wanted to keep that to make it look like hills. I kind of planned the page a little bit, so I knew I wanted to keep that, so I lightly gessoed. Then I used watercolours to colour this. Then I have used stamps on it and coloured them in with pencil crayon and possibly some oil pastels, I think. I can't remember, it was a long time ago. I started this journal in February 2015. No, it's not 2017. So it was a while ago. The title I really love. Into every life a little rain must fall, and I think that's something that we all need to remember when hard times hit, that has to happen. We have to go through the bad things to become who we are, kind of thing. So yeah, and this page, oh sorry, I was just checking the camera was still recording there. I have the rabbit here is part of the original book, as is the little mousey. And I think he's pushing a teddy bear into a cupboard, and you'll see the teddy bear later on in the cupboard. And I thought it would be kind of cool if he was pushing Alice down the rabbit hole. And yeah, so the bright colours that you can see here are acrylic. That's with the roses, which are half red, half white. I'm not going to fiddle with the zoom because that may have been where I went wrong last time and turned the camera off by mistake, so I'm not going to mess it up. The text down here is a sort of a photocopy or a printout of Alice in Wonderland, and I put it vertically so it looks like grass, and it's watercolour with watercolour pencils, and I've just used like crayon to make marks to look like grass. This brown is from the next page, it's kind of seeped through, I don't mind. Yeah, and then this is kind of my steampunk page. I was playing with image transfer here, using Liquitex gel medium. You might see quite a few bits of image transfer because this is when I was kind of experimenting with it. I'd seen other artists use it. Yeah, so these are mostly printouts from my Craft Artist Studio Steampunk DigiKits. Yeah, that's all the background, and then we've got some acrylic paint stamped on brown, kind of palette knifed on as well. There's tea staining on here, which is what's leaked through. Yeah, this is a quote on some paper. I've written it, that's my handwriting, and that's masking tape holding it down, and then I've glued over the top, probably again with the gel medium. Not massively fond of the girl, but yeah, that's when I first started. I'm not excellent at drawing this kind of thing, but there she is. Oh, her wings, actually, I forgot to mention this last time I recorded. They're made of tin foil that I have put through an embossing folder, and then I painted it brown, so there are sort of like cogs in there. It's kind of cool. And this page I really like. It's the background. Sorry, I'm saying quite a lot. The background is wallpaper. these butterflies are wallpaper. I've just sewed over and then image transferred some newspaper text dotted around. There's sprays on here and some droplets of watered down acrylic. The tag here I did write the quote here and you can see it. Something happened, I can't remember what, but it got wet and it smudged and looked awful, so I tried to gesso over it and it kept coming through and coming through and coming through, so I put the tag over. I'm going to have to live with it, it's just there. Okay, there's some stamps here, possibly Dusty Concord, is what I think I've stamped. And yeah. This page I love. Here's the teddy bear that's been pushed into the cupboard and now he's popping out again. Yeah, I was thinking of maybe doing a Narnia page, but then yeah, Doctor Who, I love Doctor Who. So yeah, that kind of, and this is a Doctor Who quote. This is from Tom Baker, one of the old doctors. And this a dark blue acrylic with quick splashed on it, and then some artist type sprays sprayed on, and there's like a slight shimmer to the bit here. You probably can't see it. Yeah, I am in a bit of a rush. I've got to get ready for work. Sorry about that. Yeah, so acrylic paints. He was there already. I've just added the fez, obviously, and a little bow tie. Matt Smith, Doctor, awesome. And then the next page I don't like very much. There's a wallpaper here that I did colour with pencil crayon, and I put a light coating of gesso over it. That's image transfer from a newspaper, just some sort of advert, I think. I put her down. This is from the book originally, and then there's some die cuts down here, some newspaper text here. That is just straight stuck down. It's not an image transfer, it's just newspaper stuck down. Then there's some stencils that I've sprayed through. I think that's it for that page. Oh, it's acrylic paint over the top, sort of splashed about there. My page got a bit ripped, but hey ho. This page is actually wallpaper again. And I do have a little bit of a thing for photography. Not excellent at it, but I like to play with it. And I'm going to actually lift these up so you can see the pictures. There's a steam train there from when, oh, it's not very easy. Me and my fiance went out somewhere. Me and my fiance, I won't show that too much. That is a kitten climbing up me when we went to the kitty cafe in Nottingham. Awesome place, you should go. And that is my cat Merlin. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of paint dribbling through from the other side. It looks like he's crying, but he's not. He's not sad. He's fine. He's looking at birdies outside the window. Okay. And then here I've just put some acrylic paint on some bubble wrap and splodged it down. Just add a bit of colour to the page because it's very black and white. That's it. And I've handwritten the quote again. This page is great. It's heavily gessoed, this page. The rabbit is still peeking through, and I cut round him. Cut round. Well, I suppose I don't know how to say it. This teacup is cut from wallpaper, and I've cut the shape out of the rabbit so that he looks like he's sitting in it. Okay, that's it. This is again from that steampunk digikit. This is wallpaper. This is wallpaper, 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 wallpaper. And this is a tag that I've distressed. I cut it out of paper, distressed it. And this is a real playing card that I've put through an embossing folder. I think it looks awesome. Let's see if you can see that. It's difficult to show. I think you can see it. Yeah. And these are just punched hearts of red paper. If you haven't guessed, I love Alice in Wonderland. Oh, and this quote, by the way, it says, "Tea amuses the evening, solaces the midnight, and welcomes the morning." That is a quote by Samuel Johnson. If you don't know who he is, he sort of invented the dictionary. He wrote the very first dictionary. Okay, let's try it again. So this page is two different types of wallpaper, but both have brickwork. This one's a bit more textured, this one's shiny. and I just thought it really lended itself to a graffiti style, so I've just put loads of lettering on in different styles, some sprays through stencils, some dribbles, splodges of paint, this masking tape for texture, and a drawing of a cat, just because. Dripped paint down the top there, you can see that. That's it for that page, really simple. This one is inspired by Donna Downey. She did a technique that she called Skittles technique on one of her videos. So there's layers of wallpaper under here and some ripped up book text. I felt a bit awkward doing ripped up book text because I like books and it made me feel bad, but this book is actually an out of date Chinese horoscope book, and I bought it for 10p from the works because it was for 2014. Obviously this was 2015 I was doing this, so it was out of date. Yeah, and then you just blob down some slightly watered down acrylic and then spray loads and loads of water on it, and it just sort of spreads and does its thing, and it makes really nice things like this. Obviously I've put gesso down for that to happen. It spreads across the gesso. You can see the characters from the book, and these flowers are rub-ons that I was trying to get rid of because they don't really work that well. This is a quote from that Chinese horoscope book. I think it's for the Year of the Tiger, which is what I am. And it says, I like giving things a go. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I fail. Sometimes the unexpected happens, but it is the giving things a go and the stepping forward that makes life so interesting. And I went around that with a green watered down paint, and then just picked the book up and let it drip. And then I went round it here with just a normal pen, black pen. Like that for that page. This page is, yeah, it's kind of ugly at the same time, kind of beautiful, kind of love it. It kind of happened by accident, this page, because I pre-gessoed all the pages, which I will not advise that you do because everything's stuck together. So I pulled them apart and I got a big hole here, so I had to cover it with fabric. The rest of the page is gessoed. Obviously you can see the teddy bear and the rabbit there just poking through. I left those out. But yeah, then I sort of drip paint all down, and it's made a really interesting effect where it's soaked into the fabric here that I've stuck down and skimmed over the gesso, and it's really pale there and really bright here, which is kind of a nice technique. That's image transfer onto the fabric, which worked really nicely. I'm really happy with that. That's image transfer. And then we've got a stencil here I've put down, and I've gone through it with Dusty Concord. And that's that. Oh, this is just stamped on in Stays On inks, black and purple. This page I don't really like. I don't know why. I think it's a bit messy for me. There's some tape here that you can buy from the hardware store that you use to sort of put plasterboard together. Yeah, I wanted to keep the characters of the book, so I kind of drew on a picnic blanket here, and then I've put cups and saucers. No, I haven't. Cups and teapots here. I don't know what I'm saying this morning. Yeah, this is stamped onto paper. It's quite a rough paper. I think it was part of the packaging because it's sort of like a newsprint paper. I can't really remember what it was. There's flowers stuck on here as well, and the paint is acrylic paint, and I've just sort of used a palette knife to pop that on. This page, on the bottom here you have the brickwork wallpaper again, and I wanted it to look like a wall that was old and had lots and lots of layers of wallpaper on and that had been ripped off, sort of thing. So there's layers of wallpaper, and there's also homemade texture paste here. You can make that with corn flour, water, acrylic paint and PVA glue. Marta has put a video up with a recipe for one with baby powder, which I'm keen to try because obviously she said it smells really nice, so that sounds really good. These are from a pack that I bought, these 3 here. That's a label from a medicine bottle, and that is someone's exercise book from school that they've been writing in. It's got some really nice handwriting on, and this is a dictionary text bit. And there's a stamp there as well. I forgot that was there. A little stamp. That is a die cut, and so is that. That's been crumpled up and distressing. You've got some stenciling here with some acrylic paint. I made that stencil using a die cutting machine. I cut my die into some plastic. I'll probably show you that at one point. These letters have been written, I think that's my chameleon pen. I didn't want to write in black because I didn't want it to stand out too much. Yeah, so I really like the shabbiness of this page. I've gone around the edge with some paint to sort of frame it in, and that's just, there's a bit of a spraying through the alphabet stencil there. And this page is where I was doing an experiment with 2 layers of acrylic paint and some surgical spirits. It's supposed to sort of make the ink blob, and the amount of times I've done this video you'd think I would get the example out for you, but I haven't. But yeah, I think I used 2 colours that were too similar, so you can't really, oh, you can see it there, can't really see it very well though. This is paint through a stencil. Again, actually I made that stencil. I used some circle dies on a piece of cardboard. I think it's just a cereal packet or something like that. This is the homemade texture paste through this, which is sequin waste. You can buy that on eBay. They cut the sequins out there and then sell you the waste, and you can use it as a stencil like I have here, or you can just stick that down on your work and add, make some texture. It's really cool. She was supposed to be a rub-on, but she didn't work, so I just cut her out, stuck her on. He's from the book, so we've got a sheep and a bunny rabbit swimming around here. This, actually I've used a paintbrush to write that on with some white paint. I've dripped some paint there. That's about it on that page. Oh, skipping ahead there. And this page is some play with some washi tape, and there's that plasterboard tape again, and you've got some really cool texture here from the page before. I don't really know how it's happened, but it's made bumps on this page, and it's really cool. I love it, extra texture. And this is deco tape. I don't know if you've used that. That's really shiny plasticky tape. I'd sort of put matte gel medium over that to let the paint stick to it. There's a sticker there. I don't know what it's from, probably some packaging for something. Got a bit of fabric tape up there. That's a Posca paint pen, which are really cool paint pens for journaling. If anyone's not had those, I would advise you get 1 or 2. I just collect them whenever I can. There's a store in Birmingham called Castle Art, and they do deals on Posca paint pens sometimes, or you can get. And then we'll go to the front page, which was the last page I did. This is from a Tesco's magazine. I just tore that out, stuck it down. I like the colours, I like the fact that it's paint pots, and it was very arty, and I just thought that's great for the start of the art book. I've used the leftover glaze on here from the other page, the turquoise glaze, and I've just put that on. so there's a very faint turquoise in the background. There's masking tape on here, which has caught the dribbles of paint as I've put that on. This is the modelling paste with red paint added, so it's gone pink. That's the potholder stamp. That's scribble. I've not tried to write anything in particular there, I've just scribbled. That's that arty stencil again with some orange paint and a flower stencil there. And that's that page. I just want to say this book is super twisted because I've worked from front to back, and I've done the same in this journal. It's not a huge problem, it just means that when I want to work on this page, if I want to put anything that's going to dribble or anything like that, any wet mediums, I'm going to have to find a page and open the book up sort of like this so that it goes flat. So yeah, or flattish. So that's just something to remember if you, there's baby powder on that page. If you want to keep your book so that it goes flat, work front and then do your page in the back, page in the middle, sort of mix it up a bit. Don't work from front to back like I have. It's not, like I say, it's not a huge problem, it just means that your spine's a little bit twisted on these sorts of books. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope the cutting away hasn't been too annoying. It's been very annoying for me. As you can probably tell now, this is about the 100th time I've done this part of this video. So many issues with this camera. It's probably the memory card. I'm going to try sort that out so that I can do the journaling by 5s video without having to come away, because that's going to be really difficult. I want you to see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So yeah, we'll hopefully get that sorted. Well, thank you for watching anyway, and hopefully I'll have a video for you soon. If not the journaling by 5s, I might do something else like this, just until I can get these issues sorted. So thank you for your patience, thank you for watching, thank you very much, bye.